The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains one of the most notorious unsolved cases in American history as authorities continue seeking answers in Boulder, Colorado. JonBenét Ramsey was discovered in the basement of her family home on December 26, 1996, after being reported missing earlier that morning. Patsy Ramsey called police at 5:52 a.m., stating a ransom note had been left, demanding $118,000 for her daughter's return. The 3-page handwritten note was discovered by Patsy Ramsey and contained unusual phrasing that later raised questions among investigators and handwriting experts. JonBenét was found with a garrote around her neck and a possible head injury, according to the initial police and coroner reports from the scene. The medical examiner determined asphyxiation due to strangulation combined with blunt force trauma to the head as contributing factors in the child's death. John and Patsy Ramsey publicly denied any role in the death and cooperated with investigators while hiring their own legal team early in the case. Detectives noted the ransom amount matched John's recent bonus and questioned why the family remained in the home during the search for their daughter. Unidentified male DNA was later recovered from JonBenét's clothing, leading investigators to consider the possibility of an intruder theory in subsequent years. Despite numerous theories and grand jury proceedings, no one has been convicted, and the murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to generate public interest worldwide. Further details from reports indicate the investigation expanded to include family, friends, and household staff as potential witnesses in the days following the discovery. The grand jury heard testimony over several months, but ultimately did not issue indictments against the parents, according to public records released later. Boulder Police Department faced criticism for the initial handling of the crime scene, which may have compromised potential evidence collection. John Ramsey discovered the body in the basement after a police detective suggested searching the entire house again later that afternoon. The ransom note demanded the money be prepared in specific denominations, which investigators noted as unusual for typical kidnapping cases. Patsy Ramsey was the one who found the note while descending the stairs early on the morning of December 26. The family had hosted a Christmas party the previous evening with several guests present at the Ramsey residence. JonBenét had participated in numerous child beauty pageants, which drew media attention after the murder became public. The Boulder District Attorney later issued a statement exonerating the parents based on new DNA analysis in 2008. Multiple books and documentaries have examined the case, but no definitive resolution has been reached by authorities. The investigation involved cooperation between local police and the FBI during the initial months of the inquiry. A broken basement window was noted by investigators, but its significance in possible entry remained debated throughout the case. The autopsy report was sealed initially, but later portions became public through court proceedings and media reports. John Ramsey was a successful businessman whose company bonus amount matched the ransom figure requested in the note. The case generated intense media coverage that continued for years after the initial incident in Boulder. Handwriting experts offered conflicting opinions on whether the ransom note matched samples from family members. The family relocated from Colorado after the murder and faced ongoing public scrutiny for many years. Police considered the possibility of an inside job versus an intruder throughout the prolonged investigation. The Boulder police chief later acknowledged mistakes made in the early response to the crime scene. JonBenét's older brother, Burke, was also in the home that night and was interviewed by authorities as a witness. The case file includes thousands of pages of reports, interviews, and forensic analysis compiled over decades. A civil lawsuit filed by the Ramsey family against a tabloid resulted in a settlement without admission of liability. The Colorado Supreme Court later ruled on issues related to the release of grand jury records in the case. New DNA testing technology has been applied to remaining evidence in efforts to identify the unknown male profile. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to be reviewed periodically by cold case units in Colorado. Public interest in the case persists, with new theories emerging regularly from amateur investigators online. The ransom note remains one of the most analyzed pieces of evidence in the entire investigation history. JonBenét was born in 1990 and had already achieved recognition in child pageant competitions by age 6. The family home was later sold and has changed ownership multiple times since the 1996 incident. Investigators explored possible connections to other unsolved crimes in the Boulder area during the same period. The Boulder Police Department assigned multiple detectives to the case over the years as leads were pursued. A reward was offered by the family for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the perpetrator. The case inspired changes in how some police departments handle child abduction responses in subsequent years. Media coverage of the murder of JonBenét Ramsey influenced public perception of the family throughout the investigation. The district attorney and police department experienced public disagreements over investigative direction at times. Forensic experts examined fibers and other trace evidence collected from the Ramsey home and clothing. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey led to widespread discussion about child safety and pageant culture in America. John Ramsey wrote a book detailing his perspective on the investigation and its impact on the family. The Colorado Cold Case Review Team has periodically examined remaining evidence for new leads. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey stands as a landmark case in the history of American true crime reporting. Ongoing forensic advancements offer hope that the unknown DNA profile may eventually lead to identification. The Boulder community was deeply affected by the tragedy and the subsequent media attention it received. The case file remains one of the most extensive in Colorado investigative history, according to department records. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey prompted renewed focus on unsolved child homicides across multiple jurisdictions. Family members have given occasional interviews reflecting on the long-term effects of the unresolved case. The ransom note analysis included linguistic studies that offered mixed conclusions about its authorship. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to be studied in criminal justice and forensic science courses. New leads have been investigated periodically, but none have resulted in an arrest or conviction to date. The case has become a reference point for discussions about media ethics in covering high-profile crimes. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains open, with authorities welcoming any credible new information. The family established a foundation in JonBenét's memory to support children in need of assistance. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey has been the subject of numerous television specials and investigative reports. Investigators have considered both domestic and foreign DNA sources in their ongoing analysis of evidence. The Boulder Police maintain an active file and continue to review tips submitted by the public. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey is frequently cited in debates about the effectiveness of cold case investigations. The initial response to the crime scene was later reviewed by independent experts for procedural lessons. The case has influenced training materials used by law enforcement agencies nationwide. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to attract attention from both professional and amateur sleuths. The family has expressed hope that advances in DNA technology will eventually solve the case. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey stands as a reminder of the challenges in high-profile criminal investigations. The case file includes interviews with hundreds of individuals connected to the Ramsey family and community. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey prompted discussions about the role of pageant culture in child development. The Boulder authorities have released selected documents to the public over the years through legal channels. The case remains a benchmark for media coverage of unsolved child murders in the United States. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to be examined for any overlooked evidence or leads. The family has worked with private investigators in addition to cooperating with official inquiries. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey has been referenced in legislative discussions about child protection laws. The case file is maintained by the Boulder Police Department as an active, unsolved homicide investigation. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to generate public tips and leads submitted to authorities. The case has become a staple in true crime media and academic study of criminal investigations. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains a defining moment in the history of Boulder, Colorado. The investigation has involved collaboration with national forensic laboratories for advanced testing. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to be a subject of interest for criminal justice professionals. The family has advocated for improved handling of similar cases by law enforcement agencies. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey stands as an enduring mystery in American criminal history. The case file continues to be reviewed as technology improves the ability to analyze trace evidence. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey has prompted ongoing reflection on the impact of media on investigations. The Boulder Police Department remains committed to solving the murder of JonBenét Ramsey. The case has influenced how similar high-profile incidents are managed by law enforcement today. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to be a topic of study for forensic science students. The investigation has spanned multiple decades with periodic updates released to the public. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains one of the most discussed cases in true crime circles. The family continues to seek justice for JonBenét through public awareness and cooperation with authorities. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey has become a reference point for discussions on unsolved homicides. The case file is preserved for future analysis as forensic methods continue to evolve. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey continues to inspire calls for improved child protection measures. The investigation stands as a testament to the persistence of law enforcement in cold cases. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains a poignant reminder of the need for justice in every case. The Boulder authorities encourage anyone with information to come forward to help resolve the case. Thank you for watching this report on the murder of JonBenét Ramsey. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts below to stay updated on similar cases.